Welcome back to another episode of the Results Led Life podcast. I am your host, Greg Stanback, and I want to thank you again for tuning in. When you tune in every week to listen to my show, that is not just a blessing for me. I believe it's a blessing for you because it tells me that you want to get better and you want to improve the quality of your life. Our tagline here is unlock your potential, solve problems, and live better. And that's what I want for everybody. And I hope the information that we put out will be a blessing and a benefit for you because I surely know that is a blessing and benefit for me. Today, I think we got a great topic that I want to share. I think it's something that a lot of people deal with. I know I've dealt with it a lot in my years of coaching people, whether that's coaching people as far as their professional life or coaching them in athletics. And that is how to stick with your goals that you make. How do you stay on track of that self-improvement or trying to complete that project? What are the things that you need to do so that you can stay on task, so you don't get distracted, so you can accomplish the things that you want to accomplish? A lot that comes from is just your mindset. That's why I created the ebook of Unstoppable Mindset. And I'm going to cover a couple things in that book, but I think it's a book that you really need to go out and get because I do believe it's going to help you lay the groundwork so that you can accomplish more, so you can unlock that potential and solve more problems. Did you know that 92% of the people fail in a New Year's resolution? Every year we say, I want to lose weight. I want to go to the gym, or I want to meal prep, or I want to make sure that I get 8 hours of sleep every night. But here's the thing. By mid-January, mostly everybody stopped and they just went back to their old habits. Have you ever set that goal and struggled and felt like you failed? You're just not alone. But what if the problem isn't you? What if I tell you the problem is probably the way you've been taught on how to approach your self-improvement? Do you realize that self-improvement is a billion-dollar industry? They got books, they got apps, they got courses, you name it. I'm a part of that industry because this is what this is all about, self-improvement. But here's the irony. A lot of people are out there trying to chase perfection, and perfection is not what it is. And then they're going to get frustrated, they're going to get more down, and they're just going to give up. Today, we're going to flip that script. What if I tell you real growth isn't about fixing yourself? It's really about working on yourself. And what I mean by that is this. A lot of times when we look at self-improvement and trying to be better, we're always looking at it from the aspect of, what is this problem that I got to fix? What is the thing that is wrong with me that I got to make better? And I want you to change your mindset about that. I want you to change your mindset to, I'm going to work on myself, not looking at it as a problem. So if it's something that is simply as, you know that you want to go to bed earlier and you go to bed late and you look at it as a problem. Don't look at it as a problem. And what do I mean by that is this. There are so many people that have self-improvement plans or goals that crash and burn, just like we talked about. And here are 3 reasons why that happened. 1, we just put unrealistic expectations on ourselves. We think that we should have instant change, especially in this world of instant gratification. You think it's going to happen overnight or this second, and that's just not going to be the case. The other issue is you had that all or nothing mindset. One slip up and you're just done. You give up. You just don't even want to try anymore. And you just don't want to push through. You don't want to have that mental toughness or that resilience to keep battling through. And the other part of the problem of why plans fail is you want to compare yourself to somebody else. Social media has made it so difficult for us right now because we want to be like that person that we see on TikTok or Instagram. And it makes it seem like we have to be like that or we're not living up to that standard. But you just got to build your own standard because this is you. You're not me, I'm not you, and you're not the person next to you. So whatever is best for you is what you need to figure out. The truth is, most failures aren't really failures. They're just bad strategies. And today, I hope that I can get you into the mode of making good strategies and fixing those problems. As we go a little bit deeper into this, we got to figure out, why is it that when I start something, I don't finish it? Why is it that I get distracted with something and I forget about it, and I come back later, then I give up? A lot of that has to do with your mindset. And that's why I think mindset is so key. And that's why I've written that ebook, Unstoppable Mindset. We treat our self-improvement like it's a punishment, like I'm not good enough, so I have to change. And that right there, that's just that negative Nancy thought. Or we may have our outside forces telling that, whether it's social media, a friend, and that could be exhausting. So the first thing we got to understand, where is our mindset? Is our mindset in the right place to move us to the position that we to go? So let me tell you about this story. I had a client. She decided that that was going to be her year. She was going to get in shape. She wanted to get fit. So she did what most of us do. She wanted to go all in. She started by going to the gym. She bought her gear. She meal prepped for about 2 to 3 weeks. She was crushing it. Then life started to take over. She had deadlines at work. Kids got sick. Things just happened. So she'll miss a workout here or she'll miss a workout there and then another and another. And just like that, she was back on that hamster wheel of not being able to accomplish her goals. And I know that sounds familiar to a lot of us. And that's the thing that we got to try to prevent by creating some momentum so that we can always stay the course. But this is what my client didn't realize. She really didn't fail. It was her strategy to having those speed bumps that she didn't know how to navigate and go over. She set a bar that was high, which is good, but she also set the bar to be perfect. And you cannot be perfect when it comes to things like this, because the second that you stumble is that second that you're going to feel like it's game over and you're going to start to give up. You're going to go revert back to those old habits and those old strategies. So the most important thing is that you don't stop, you don't quit, that you keep pushing and moving forward. The next one is the environment. What is your environment like? What if your daily habits or people around you don't support your goals? You need to be around people that are for you, not against you, that will support you and push you forward to reach the goals that you need to meet. Progress is an uphill battle, but it's a battle that can be won as long as you keep taking one step every day, one foot in front of the other. And another reason why these things keep happening is the social media. We want to compare ourselves to everybody's reel that's out there. You just can't do that. Your reel is your reel. Your story is your story. It may have similarities to other people, but that is your story. You define how it goes. You define how the story ends. You're the author of your life. And self-improvement works best when it starts with your self-acceptance. I'm not perfect, but I'm worth investing in who I am. So here's how we're going to make the shift. We're going to make small, sustainable steps that's going to give us dramatic results every day. Instead of I'll work out 7 days a week, we're going to say I'm going to go for 10 minutes a day. You're still getting your 7 days a week, but now you cut it down to 10 minutes a day. And now it's a manageable step rather than saying I'm going to work out 7 days a week, 30, 40 minutes, and then it's not going to happen. Or I'll never ever eat sugar again. That's something I would probably say, but not anymore. No, I just say I'll cut down on my sugar. I'll replace it with a healthy meal first before I even have sugar. So these are making small, sustainable, realistic goals. And you can put this to anything, whether it's a work project, whether it's dealing with your kids, your family, or whatever it may be. The reason why we want to do this is because these tiny wins, they're going to build that momentum. And momentum will beat motivation every time. Let me say it again. Your momentum will beat motivation every time. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to start where you are. And you just want to keep that ball rolling and rolling and rolling. And just like a snowball that rolls in the snow, it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So you just got to start where you're at. So this is the takeaways I want you to get from what we just talked about today. Self-improvement, fixing your mindset is not a race. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every time, being consistent for yourself. So you got to ditch the all or nothing mindset. I want you to create these small wins. And remember, your growth is a journey and it's not your destination. And if you follow this, I truly believe You're going to accomplish more. You'll unlock that potential. You'll solve those problems, and you're definitely going to live better. Now, I would love to hear from you. What is that small step that you're going to take this week? I really want you to drop something in the comments. And if you want to get more practical tips and you want to learn more about having an unstoppable mindset and how to create those healthy habits and stick so they just become routine, I encourage you to get my ebook, Unstoppable Mindset. You can click the link in the bio. I believe it will be a game changer for you, or you can give it for someone else that you feel that is stuck in the mud and just need to get out. And always, I hope that the information that I put out there is going to help you grow, and more importantly, it's going to help you solve those problems so that you can live better. I am Greg Stanback, and I just want to thank you again for tuning in to the Results-Led podcast, because I believe in you, and more importantly, I want you to believe in yourself. Until next time, I want you to stay blessed and stay up.